This is the PROGENY 300-watt portable power station. Just holding it in my hand, you can see how compact and handy it really is. It's got that bright orange accent, which honestly makes it easy to spot in all my camping gear or stuffed in the backseat of my car. From my experience, this is one of those things you kind of forget how much you needed until you're out camping, on a fishing trip, or there's a random sudden blackout at home. Let me do a quick review and share what I think matters most about it, especially if you haven't messed around with portable power stations before. With the PROGENY 300-watt, we're talking about a power station that's built for simple, everyday use. I'm not saying it's the biggest, baddest battery out there, but this little guy packs a punch. It comes in at about 7 pounds, which made it really easy for me to carry around, even with all my other equipment. There's a nice solid handle on top that doesn't dig into your hand, so when I'm dragging camping chairs or an icebox, carrying it feels like an afterthought. One of the key features that stands out for me is the power capacity. This one's 299 watt-hours, or basically over 80,000 milliamp hours if you prefer the smaller numbers for smaller devices. In daily speak, it means I can charge my phone up to 40 times, top up my tablet multiple times, and keep my mini speaker going for days. For most people, that's more than enough for a long weekend away, or those times when the power goes out and you just need to keep some lights on and phones charged up. Plugging devices in is super straightforward, which is important to me because I don't want to be fiddling around when it's dark or I'm just trying to relax. It's got a simple face with 2 power outlets and then obviously your USB ports, including a USB-C, which I love because my phone charges faster and I don't have to bother with the old cables. There's even a wireless charger on top, so if you forget your cable at home, which I've definitely done, you just drop your phone on it. It works with my earbuds too, super convenient. If you're using stuff like lights, fans, or those tiny portable fridges, as long as they're under 300 watts, it's perfect. I ran my electric fan and charged my drone batteries at the same time. No problems at all. I tried a mini fridge too. It worked for several hours and kept my snacks cool during a hot afternoon by the lake. Now, if you're new to power stations, terms like pure sine wave might sound a bit complex. All that means is the power output is stable and safe, like what you get at home. Some cheaper power stations put out modified sine wave, which can cause buzzing sounds or even damage sensitive electronics. But the PROGENY 300-watt avoids all that. I plugged in my laptop, my camera charger, and everything just worked without weird noises or overheating. When it comes to charging the station itself, you've got options, which, in my opinion, is what makes this thing worth it. It charged up from my wall outlet at home in about 6 to 7 hours, which is what I do before trips. But out in the field, you can use your car charger. Just plug it into the DC input right here and let it top up while you're driving to your next campsite. If you're really off-grid, solar panels are awesome. I have a 50-watt panel I use for quick top-ups, but it can take up to 120-watt panels for much faster charging, thanks to the MPPT tech inside. MPPT just stands for Maximum Power Point Tracking, which basically makes sure that your solar panels charge this thing as efficiently as possible, making the best use of extra sun hours. One problem I worried about, honestly, was what would happen if I plugged in too many things at once, or maybe something went wrong. The PROGENY power station comes with overload protection, so it trips out safely if something's pulling too much juice. There's a battery management system, or BMS as they call it, which monitors all of the safety stuff. Overcurrent, overvoltage, overheating. Just makes me feel better using it around family and friends, especially at night. Another feature I really like is the area light built into the side. It's surprisingly bright for how small the station is. That saved me more than once when I forgot my lantern or just needed to see what I was doing late at night. Flip the switch, and boom, the campsite is lit up enough for a quick snack run or finding the tent zipper. For anyone thinking about running a CPAP machine overnight, from my experience, this will do the job for about 2 to 4 nights if you use the DC converter. That's a huge relief for folks who rely on those every night and want to enjoy camping without stressing about power. Now, I do have to mention a couple of little things I bumped into, just so you know what you're getting into. Setting up solar charging the first time took me a few tries, making sure all connections were solid and learning which panel plugs in where. It's not complicated once you've done it, but if you're totally new, you might fumble around like I did. Just have some patience. After that, it's second nature. I've also noticed battery capacity drops a bit after heavy use, which happens with basically all lithium batteries. Nothing dramatic, but if you've used it for years, you might start to notice it doesn't hold quite as much charge as when it was brand new. I figure that's normal, but something to keep in mind if you use it a ton. In my opinion, this station is all about practical convenience. It's not the powerhouse for running heavy tools or appliances full-time, but for regular folks who just want backup power for phones, fans, lights, a mini fridge, maybe a laptop, or even a CPAP for a few nights. It's spot on. I brought it on a van trip and honestly didn't have to stress about tracking every percentage point like I have with smaller battery packs. If I had to pick who it's perfect for, I'd say campers, travelers, people with unreliable home power, or just anyone who likes being prepared. I'd recommend this for families going on road trips too, because being able to charge multiple devices at once is a lifesaver. The wireless charging on top is something I didn't know I wanted, but now I use it every time. Everything's easy to use, no complicated settings, just plug and go, and a simple display tells you what's happening. From my experience, even folks who aren't super technical will find it straightforward. In conclusion, the PROGENY 300W portable power station is the kind of tool I end up recommending to friends and family who want a little extra power and peace of mind, but don't want to learn anything complicated or carry around something heavy. I like the lightweight design, the multiple charging options, and all the built-in safety features. I also appreciate that I don't feel like I have to baby it. The thing just works. I'll leave the details about the PROGENY 300W portable power station in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.